Captain's log, stardate. Today. Our CGI budget has completely run out. Now we are using toys that don't even match what we want to do. Captain, we've detected an unidentified ship coming in. My gosh, it's an old ship. It must be some sort of temporal anomaly. They're aiming to fire on us. Oh my gosh, how come they're so much bigger? They're older. Like I said, CGI ran out. Hi there, I'm Chris Cameron, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about what went into creating the Vendorian for Project Potemkin's most recent vignette, The Shovel of Kalis. The Vendorian is a creature that was only ever seen in Star Trek the Animated Series, and so it was very exciting when Randy came to me and said that they wished to have a 3D representation of him for an upcoming episode. So, to my knowledge, this is the first time the Vendorian's ever been seen in a live-action sense. Originally, the Vendorian was being built in 3D Studio Max and was going to be animated in 3D Studio Max, mainly because Max has been the program that I'm currently learning. Anyways, I did get a model built, but rigging the character and then animating it was a whole nother ballgame. So what I did was I reverted to my original software that I am most familiar with, Hash's Animation Master. Now that program is very geared towards character and organic, so I, at the last minute, went and rebuilt the Vendorian in Animation Master and rigged it and then started animating. And I had 14 shots to do, and I had about 4, maybe 5 days to do them. The Vendorian is a shapeshifter, and fortunately I didn't have to do any effects that involved it shape-shifting. However, I did have to composite it into live-action footage, which poses certain challenges, the big one being lighting. I did have to get some consultations on how to best approach the lighting, but in the end it worked. Fortunately, it didn't have to be like photorealistic. It was supposed to be sort of cartoony in some ways, so that definitely helped. Put the Vendorian in. While animating is straightforward. You animate it against the footage that it's supposed to be animated with, and that's pretty easy. I just drag and drop that into Animation Master and animate it in there, and then I have to export the Vendorian as a separate plate and with an alpha map behind it, but I cheated and went with a PNG that just had a transparent background. And in After Effects I then have to do color correction, and just to make sure that it matches the tone of the background footage anyways. Fortunately, Animation Master, and most 3D apps for that matter, have what we call IBL, or image-based lighting. And for that, I just drag and drop in the core footage, and it generates a lighting map of sorts. And then I have to, of course, set up my key light, which required that I know where the sun was, or the key light source, which Randy fortunately had the foresight to take note of. And then I have to create things like bounce lights or fill lights. I had to generate lighting for the light that bounced off of the pavement underneath it and hit up underneath the creature itself. The shadows, I had to fill those in with a blue light to help match the bluish shadows that were coming off of all the real people in it. And then I have to try and integrate it with the footage as best I can. Unfortunately, at the resolution this episode's at, it's not too hard. It's not like I was doing in high definition, in which case you'd really notice the blemishes and stuff. This is beeping, and it's probably going to show up in the footage because they're doing construction right now. To integrate the Vendorian into the footage, the first and... Shut up! I swear. I will get my phaser, and I will disintegrate them. See this? It's on stun. Now it's on kill. I'm going to go kill these guys. So to integrate the Vendorian into the footage, for the most part it was pretty easy because a lot of the shots were behind the Vendorian over the shoulders. But every so often there was a shot from the front, or more importantly a shot where the Vendorian was behind some other people, and to do that I had to create separate layers and ultimately mask out the actors that were supposed to be in front of the Vendorian, so that I could put the Vendorian behind the actors. And that could be a bit tricky and time consuming, as you have to do that for the most part frame by frame. To help integrate and sell the effect, the Vendorian occasionally, depending on the shot, needed shadow on the ground, or occasionally on an actor themselves. And I could have achieved this using a 3D program and actually casting the shadows onto 3D objects and mapping those out and everything, but I actually cheated again, and I duplicated whatever layer I used for the main Vendorian and created a shadow out of that by changing its color, making it blurrier, more opaque, or more transparent rather, and trying to match the other shadows in the scene. All in all, quite a bit of work went into creating the Vendorian and putting him into 14 shots. For the most part, I think it turned out well. The Vendorian was occasionally used to obstruct other elements in the scene that didn't turn out quite so well. Sometimes there's some odd motions for the Vendorian because the Vendorian is blocking out certain things, and so yeah. But for the most part, I think it worked, and there's definitely some lessons learned for this. I know there's going to be an upcoming episode that has some more creature effects or something along those lines that involve me integrating CG footage with live action stuff, so I look forward to working with that, and maybe I'll give you guys another glimpse on that sort of thing when that comes around. So yeah, that's it for me for this video. Everyone just remember to check out all of Potemkin's vignettes and episodes, and stay tuned for more stuff because they release things very, very frequently. Alright, see ya.
What the hell's the matter with him?